Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be filming my intro to That's So 2000s Project Pan, which I'm super excited about. Um, Samar, or Sam from First Time Panner, created this project, and this is the second round, I believe. I'm actually late. They started in April, but I was going through the prompts and I was like, "This is so nostalgic." I feel like I feel like I'm gonna comment on every single prompt I get, and I'm just so excited to kind of step back in time. I was born in the 90s, but definitely my childhood was like very rooted in 2000. So I feel like I kind of grew up like a sheltered life. So I didn't always get to experience like, the 2000s in full force, but I definitely got glimpses of it and it definitely brings back a lot for me. So I really wanted to choose this specific like decade pan project because it just means so much to me. And I feel like I'm just in a good spot to be starting a new project right now. So I'm excited about that. As you can tell today, I did dress up a little bit. I dressed up a bit for Mother's Day. Already like changed and everything, but I was like, I'll just throw the earrings back on because they're fun. I actually got this off of Buy Nothing. I don't know if you can tell very well what they are, but they're like drop earrings with like a blue heart, and it's like my favorite shade of blue. It's like that aquamarine, like cobalt blue, like really strong deep blue, and I love that color. So anyways, just random, but Buy Nothing coming in for the win for my own jewelry. Mother's Day jewelry, but I thought that they were super pretty, and of course my kids were like so interested in them and like pulling them off and stuff. And I was like, I think right now I'm in a safe space and that won't happen. So, all right. So I feel like I'm prepared. It is a 5 product rolling style project pan, and I think I'm just gonna go for it. I threw the prompts into an AI generator. I'm using the Gemini one from Google. If any of you guys have heard of that one, I like the interface, so I'm using that one. But basically, I threw all the prompts in, told it to choose 5 for me. So I'm gonna hit enter right now, and let's see what happens. So I hope I got everything. All right. Oh, it even gave me like little ideas. I don't know. I think I need to read through a little bit. All right, first, I got frosted tips, something frosty or icy. And oh, and it gives a little bit of background. Actually, that's cool. Gemini gave me a little bit of background on each of the prompts. Like icy means it's usually used for a hairstyle. Um, but I could interpret that as anything I want. So, me being me, I am going to write them along the way, even though I don't have a piece of paper in front of me right now. Let's see if I can grab one. I had one right about here. This should work. And then I just saw a pencil. Where did it go? Ah, here we go. All right, so I'll be picking my products as I go. So let me pick something frosty. Ooh, I'm not a frosty person. Do you know what something frosty I've been avoiding for a long time, and I really should figure out a way to use it? I kind of already have an idea, but I think to like really get some use on it, it's from my Pana Eye Palette. It is that shade that doesn't have a pan in it because keep telling myself I don't need to pan it because it's not a color that I will use. Um, let me challenge myself. Let me swatch it first. Is that gonna show up icy? Not super duper icy on camera, but to me, oof, it is icier than anything I would ever wear. So I think so. I already have an idea for this. One, I'm going to mix it with a nail polish and make like a little pan of pretend eyeshadow for my toddler or whoever wants to try it to like poke at while they're pretending to put on makeup. I do let my toddler play with real makeup, like she has her own makeup palette that I let her use. But on days where I don't really want her to put on makeup, but just like go through the motions, I think mixing this in with a nail polish, letting that dry in like an eyeshadow pan. I have lots of Freedom palettes that she can kind of use, and so that would be one idea. And then I am gonna really attempt to use this on my face somehow. I don't know how. I think it's gonna be have to be mixing it with something. I think I need to be okay with that, and yeah, like come up with some new ideas for mixing this because I always feel like I need to use it alone because a lot of people buy eyeshadows for like that big pop of color, like that big glitter, the bam moment. But I don't am not that type of person, so I think I'll figure out a way to use it. Um But yeah, I mean, it's like super pretty. It just has like a super shimmery um, glitter to it. And so, yeah, really not my everyday. Kind of looking at it really nervous, but you know what? I'll give it a try. All right, so I am going to attempt to use this. I think one in the nail with the nail polish pretend eyeshadow thing to use up. That's gonna be a good chunk in it, and then 5 times on my eyes. So that will be my attempt. Um, so let me write it down. Frosted Tips, and it will be my metallic eyeshadow from Haus Labs. Let's see how they describe in the back. It's an olive bio glitter. Okay, I will work on that. Second prompt I got is Sanrio. Oh man, this is fun. One being Asian in the 2000s meant that Sanrio, Hello Kitty, like that whole thing was my jam. On top of that, I would actually go to, my family's from Hong Kong. I'd go to Hong Kong, there'd be like tons of Sanrio products over there. I have a relative who's really into Sanrio characters. And we just have stuff around the house that was, or she would always be like giving me stuff that was Hello Kitty inspired. Is there anything Hello Kitty recently I've seen? I think I picked up like a little notebook for my toddler to draw in that was Hello Kitty themed. Other than that, not a ton, but still, Sanrio's fun. Um, if you don't know, Sanrio is basically a company from Japan. They created a ton of cute characters like Hello Kitty, like a frog character in there, and like all sorts of different characters. Um, and yeah, let me see if I have anything. So the prompt itself is a product from a different country. I would love to stick with like Japan, Asian theme. Actually, I think I can do that. I think I'm going to choose. Is this the one I want to choose? I'm holding it in my hands. Is there anything else that might fit into this category? I don't think as well. So this, oh, I do have something else actually. And did I just open this one or was it a different one? I will try. Actually, I think I'll introduce the other one better. So I had one, so the one I was holding before was the CosRX one. I think this is a Korean brand, I believe. Yes, there's Korean on the back. So this is developed in Korea. This one looks like it's actually from the US, or at least there's an office that they have in the US. This is Shiseido. What is it called? Their Urban Environment Clear Invisible Protection Vitamin C Broad Spectrum 42. I don't know how I feel when product names are this long. That's what it looks like. Just a little bottle. I think it's 5 milliliters, 7 milliliters, 7 milliliters. This is on my goal to use by the end of the month. So I'm going to put this in to finish. So it won't be hard, but someone from, I mean, originally Shiseido was from a different country. And I think Shiseido is Japanese. That sounds right. Yeah, I think Shiseido is originally from Japan. So was on theme with that. Shiseido sunscreen. Okay. And let's see. Next prompt, number 3. Bump it. Adds volume. Oh man, I am still on that trend, by the way. Like, I have thick hair, but it's not necessarily like voluminous. And so I think I've always been after that like voluminous type of look. Um, and I envy that. Like my hair is just kind of lays flat on my head. So anyways, I've never tried to bump it. I think I might have tried to emulate it a few times, but I never got a bump it of my own. I think if I saw it in the store, I'd be tempted to pick it up. But man, just like other than like a hair tie, I have hair ties on me all the time. Anything else is honestly really difficult to use. I have a clip in my hair right now, but that's because today was a special day. All right, so anything that adds volume. Ooh, is it like a shampoo? Which I don't have in front of me, obviously. Adds volume. That's a really interesting prompt. I haven't really like thought about. Is it like lashes adds volume? I mean, I don't really look for that necessarily in my eyelashes. Is it my brows? I mean, that would be a challenge to do a product for my brows to add volume. I mean, they're already like bushy, but in terms of like doing my brows, that's not something I do. So I think that would definitely push me out of my comfort zone. Trying to think of what else adds volume. I guess lips adds volume. That'd be like a gloss, right? Like something that looks plumpy, which I already use on a daily basis and I have in other projects. So I think to challenge myself, I will do something for my brows. Um, I don't have any actually specific brow products just because like that's how little I do my brows. I have basically eliminated all brow products from my collection. Um, but I think for the sake of the video, I would like to fill in my brows a little bit. So you know what? Let's do that. So I will try to use my angled brush tool along with this eyeshadow here. I think this dark brown one, how do they describe it here? A mauve brown matte from my Haus Labs palette. I think that's pretty much this one too. These, I think a mix of these two are actually decent for my hair color. So yeah, let me do that. I will challenge myself to do it. I don't want to go too overboard. I think going between 10 and 15. Maybe let's, sorry, I'm going between 10 and 20. So let's do 15. Let's do 15 times of filling in my brows. And then from there, that will be my goal. So hopefully I can do that. I'm really lazy about my brows, but I would like to get more progress in those shadows. And so maybe I'll do them for the sake of that. All right, next one is my lip gloss is poppin'. Any lip gloss. I did not use much lip gloss in the 20s. I didn't even really get introduced to lip gloss until quite recently. In the past few years, I was kind of afraid of it. Used lipstick for a while. So of course, did the chapstick, lip smackers, RIP. There was, oh my goodness, there's one chapstick that haunts me in my dreams. It's like the flip stick, I think. I don't know if anybody remembers it, but it basically had like a flip top cap at an angle. Specifically, I remember that. It was the one I had was pink swirls all the way up, and basically there was like a lever almost that you would press down, and the chapstick would pop up out of it, and then it would flip open. And oh my goodness, just everything about it is so nostalgic to me. Everything about it reminds me of my childhood. And I tried looking it up. I got a picture, um, but of course, I think it was lip smackers. Like obviously I don't make it anymore, but man, that one is, oh, I cherish that one, and I wish, like, if I had it, if I had it with me now, it'd be something where it's like, oh, I finished it, but I would reuse the packaging. Like it was that, like, I think it's just like that. I wish I knew how to reuse packaging back then, because man, I would have kept that packaging with me for a long time. Probably would have broken at some point, but good memories with that one. I think that one made me really feel like I wasn't really allowed proper lipsticks, but that was probably the closest to a lipstick I ever got. And so I think it made me feel fancy like in elementary school. So all right. So any lip gloss is the challenge here. And I already have one lip gloss in my Partners in Cream, which is my Glossier lip gloss. It's already starting to window. Do you guys see that? Sorry, I just really want to show someone that it's windowing. I don't think this lighting will really show its window. You can kind of see it, but I can see it more and more. And I think I will just, yeah, I don't think I'll bring it into this project. And challenge myself to use something else as well, because I surely shouldn't just be using one. But let me actually bring in my clear one that I've started to use. This is a mix of MAC lip gloss and lip conditioner. And I'm going to challenge myself to use it down to the R, letter R right now. It's sitting just about between the cap and the R. And so, or at least like kind of where it settles. And so let me challenge myself to do that, because I think sometimes I choose to use the Glossier one even at night before I go to bed, because I'm like, I need to use it up. But I think to throw something else in there really will incentivize me to, rotate it. And the Rare Beauty one is more appropriate for nighttime. It's not Rare Beauty, it's MAC, but I'm gonna call it Rare Beauty for the sake of its packaging. And so Rare Beauty lip gloss, clear lip gloss. I really wish Rare Beauty would come up with a clear lip gloss, because their gloss formulation is actually really, really good. And obviously I've come up with my own enough to like the ones I'm using, but I think once all my glosses are gone, if I want a lip gloss, I would actually turn to Rare Beauty for their formulation because it's quite good. The mix of the MAC lip gloss and lip conditioner to me feels similar, but I haven't had a Rare Beauty lip gloss to compare it to, like a proper one. So don't quote me on that. But in terms of like the way I like my lip gloss, I find like I would use both of them. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, last prompt. AI gave me Frappuccino, something sweet. I like that. Fun fact today, not fun fact, rare th- rare, random thought is that I've been kind of on like a low sugar diet, no added sugar diet. Um, if you've seen, actually, have I talked about this in my beauty bank video yet? I think so. I talked about it recently. But basically, I'm starting to challenge myself with that. And today's my cheat day because I celebrated Mother's Day with my family, and so we had sweets galore. But I do have a sweet tooth, and growing up, man, this is like, this is this is so embarrassing. But growing up, we actually had limited sweets in my house. My mom, I think, was didn't want us to like get too hooked on sweets, and of course that kind of backfired because I really have a bad sweet tooth now. But I had a really bad sweet tooth back then as well. So, anyways, yeah, this totally makes sense. Frappuccino though, I didn't really drink much coffee, still don't. And never got too many frappuccinos. They were all the rage. I remember the ones, I mean, they still come in glass bottles, but I remember starting to see those come up. And I was like, whoa, that's weird to have like a frappuccino in a bottle. Like people are that desperate for their sweet coffee. Crazy. So, anyways, something sweet. I guess that would be like either like a scent or like a a scent off of a product maybe. And you know what? This is an amazing chance to really push myself to use this. And I already am, but I don't have it officially in product. I have the Benefit Hoola Secret Oasis, and I recently showed that I hit pan. It's a pretty decent sized pan now, since I've hit pan, but it is like the best, one of the better smelling products that I've been using throughout my collection. I love the MAC like sweet vanilla scent they have in their lipsticks, and I even got like a sample of the fragrance, which I have here in front of me as well. And this one, I just am a little bit scared to use fragrance just yet. Like I am not a fragrance user, but I will use this one, and this one smells really nice. It's kind of, isn't it weird when people smell their products? They're like trying to describe a product. It's like sweet. I mean, it's supposed to be Secret Oasis, so it's kind of like that tropical-ish scent. Not like coconutty, but it's definitely reminds me of something. It reminds me of vacation. So yeah. So I really want to, I'm gonna have it in this project until I repress it. I think that will be my goal, which I think will be probably next month, honestly. This is only 2.5 grams in the pan, and so it's really not that much. I'm kind of a heavy user. Maybe the brush I use it with definitely picks up more. I use it anytime I see that my blush needs to be blended out, and as well as a contour topper. So that's why I'm able to kind of go pretty hard on this. It's the shade itself is Hula Light, but it's basically my skin tone, which is like kind of NC 25 right now. It might maybe NC 30. It's like a tad dark, which is why I use it as a contour topper. So that's why. But yeah, something sweet. I will use that until I repress it. All right. So those are my goals. Let me, oh man, I'm gonna have to mark these somehow because I'm definitely going to forget. Probably pull out my nail decals again. So I'm using 1, 2, 3. I'm filling in my brows with this one, and oh, I have two things out of this one. The metallic shadow and let's see if I can open this with limited fingers. The metallic shadow as well as those brow shades. So these will be the 4 products that I am using throughout my project here. I totally just like gouged the the eyeshadow here. So I'll probably go wipe my hands after this. But this was so fun. Oh my goodness, I love this. Thank you, Samar, for starting this. Thank you for writing the prompts and giving us such a fun project to work on. So I will update you guys in about a month. And I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed just reacting to the prompts and going past going into the past in, down memory lane and really remembering some of these things. So I hope you enjoy this video and I'll see you in my next one.